Welcome to G-Ball Vision. Today we're taking a look at some knives that have a very unique or standout quality. While we get started, let us know down in the comments what your EDC is for today. And I want to kick the list off with the QSP Dolphin. This knife is absolutely beautiful. Admittedly, more of a collector's piece in my opinion than it is an EDC knife, but it could definitely fill the role as a cutting tool. And the QSP Dolphin here, there are several different variations you can choose from. They have wood, G10, and this gold flake carbon fiber, and I think there are some other versions as well. But what makes this very unique is everything is polished. The blade, the carbon fiber, the steel frame, just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And if you're not familiar, polished blades isn't something routinely found on knives under $100. A mere polished blade is something that is usually found on something that is very expensive, and anything claiming to be a mere polished under $100, you're just not going to find it until now with the QSP Dolphin. Comes in 14C28N, has a nice drop point blade. You have dual thumb studs for the deployment, the gold flake carbon fiber. You have great access to that lock bar, oversized lanyard hole here. No pocket clip on this knife, but would definitely fit well in a slip, a pouch, or as a pocket dropper. For me, it's going right into my collection as a kind of icon for my collection. Next up, we have one that's more utility driven in its uniqueness, and that is the Olatin's G56. And you might be thinking, as it sits here, this isn't that unique. But when we open this up, you'll see that this knife has something wonky going on here. And what that is this knife has the ability to change its blade. Not only does it come with a sheep's foot, but it also comes with a tanto and a drop point. They are stonewash finish. They're coming in 14C28N steel, great stainless steel. And not only are you getting that with this blade, but that is the case with every blade that you're going to get. They come in 14C. We have a contoured G10 handle here, very nice. A deep carry clip that's recessed, and it's going to be reversible, making this a completely ambidextrous knife. And you might be thinking, is it hard to change the blade? No, we can do it here in a matter of a few seconds. Pop that out, pop the stud off, they unscrew. There's your blade. You have a post here, and it kind of locks into that post. If you get it seated right, just like so, and it'll rest on that post. You put your female end through. That way you can just line up the male end and screw that back on. And then you can take a slotted if you want, or just keep an eye on it. Boom, just like that. And Olatin's is considering opening this up so that way to do titanium handles, different blade steels. And I think this is one of the most unique ideas when it comes to a folding knife. These come in right around $70. And to get 3 blades in 14C with a contoured G10 handle, and you have that nice crossbar lock as your locking mechanism, keeps you free from being in the path of the blade. You get a good, solid quality lock. You have a lanyard hole with a G10 backspacer back there. This is one of my favorite knives that I have found as of lately. Next up, we have the Remet Leopard, and there isn't a ton of these available, but there is about a dozen or a little bit more than that upon recording this. Very unique take on a gravity knife right here. This has actually become, out of all the different variations I've tried of gravity knives, this has to be my favorite. You have this switch here that is going to activate these jaws that is proprietary to Remet. This is their own locking system. You unlock the jaws and that'll let the blade come out freely. and lock it into place. We have tested this, and those jaws are very strong. M390 on that drop point blade. I suspect they'll come out with different blades, different blade shapes in their gravity knives. They also have the swordfish with the leopard. The swordfish is a little bit larger. We have a titanium handle, and these are very comfortable because the spine and the face is closed off. It just makes for a very comfortable grip. You have a milled clip there, very minimal and sleek. Looks great with this knife. The action is very good for a gravity knife. These come in right around that $250 mark, at least right now. They do run sales as well, so that's something to keep your eye on. But I think the Leopard here has become my favorite gravity knife. Such a unique mechanism here, and certainly not something you see every day. Remet is one of the most innovative knife companies that is going right now. Next up, we have one here to experience for the first time together. This is coming in from Kubi here, and this is called the Rogue Pikal Karambit. So a very unique knife, and we also have a very unique name for the knife here. So let's see what we are looking at with this thing. I have to say I'm not a huge karambit person. I do have a couple. This is more of a Pikal karambit, and it comes in several different variations. This is the Ultim version here. Looks like we have a thumb disc, a flipper, and we have a pants grabber there. And that is a crazy blade shape there. That is a Pikal style blade shape. Very unique knife. This is obviously something that you're going to use in a reverse grip. Yeah. I mean, you could use it like this, but the blade is so high. Probably more of something like this for detail work. But if you're going to use this as intended, I'm pretty sure that you would want to roll like that. I don't think, it doesn't make sense. I think they're supposed to be blade inward like that or back towards you, I believe. That way, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. You'll have to let me know. Isn't that the way these karambits and Pikals are supposed to be held, is blade? I guess it depends on the person, huh? And how you train with your knife, which I suspect none of us are doing. We are looking at a, yeah, we do have an ambidextrous, lower mounted, deep carry clip there. We have a filler tab. I have to say the action is really good. It's snappy. This thing is awkward though, as hell. And it looks wonky. As far as the thumb disc here, I don't think that's going to, I mean, you can use it, but I don't think that's going to work. I think that's probably more so your pocket has more surface area to kind of get in behind that thing there. I forget what they call that, but that's basically something to pull this out of your pocket. For anyone who's never seen it, I'll try to demonstrate it, but it might be kind of hard. So let's get this started. And what's going to happen is you're going to pull it out of your pocket, and that flipper is going to catch your pants pocket there and pull that out. Just imagine that being your pants pocket, and when you pull it out, you ride the inside, and what that's going to do is grab a hold of that thing and rip that blade out real quick. That way you can already be kind of getting in your grip while the knife is deploying, which is pretty cool. That is coming in from Kubi, and that is called the Rogue Pikal. Definitely not for everyone, but there are going to be a lot of people who enjoy something just like this. Oh, didn't I tell you there was 2 unboxings in this video? We actually have another one here coming in from Reich, and I thought this would be perfectly fitting to do with all of these knives. Here we are looking at something coming in from Reich, which they are they have some of the best machining. They're one of my favorites, and this is going to be another unique karambit style knife here. And let's see what that blade looks like. Look at this thing. This thing is beautiful. It's a Forever Steel collaboration. And you can just see, if you've ever wondered, why is this knife so much more than that knife? Different styles, different blade shapes, but you can just tell, what goes into this knife opposed to this knife. We're looking at an integral titanium frame here, which is insane. Here we're looking at G10, and not that the Kubi isn't well done, but the materials and the finishing work is what's going to make a knife, go from a certain price to another price. Now, I didn't say the name because I don't know how to pronounce it. I believe it's Bakutuk, something to that effect. Like I said, I'll have all these knives linked down below in the description. But we have a unique little design here. Coming in M390, we have a flipper tab here that the detent works well on. Now, I know this also has a quick flip mechanism you can add in here. We do have a video coming up on just this knife by itself. So if you want to stick around and wait for that, that will be coming very soon if you are seeing this now. This is going to be a titanium frame lock that is an integral, which is very impressive. Can we get to... I can't keep my pointer finger out of the way. I'd have to put my pointer finger like that. Probably more for a thumb flick than it is anything. But you could use it as... if you could keep yourself out of the way. I'd say more of a flipper knife for sure. Unique flipper tab. It's really low compared to the pivot, but it does work very well if you give it the old actual push there. And we are looking at a wire pocket clip here that is going to be reversible, and you do have a ring here on the butt end of this knife. And here again, yeah, see, that's the way they want most of these knives. This is the way that it's going to be. The blade is going to be facing back towards you in a sense. In the movies, I think I've seen people have the blades forward, but there's a technique and a style to having the blade this way. You can use your fist still and easily, and use the knife as well. Definitely geared more for tactical, but a very, very unique knife here. The Bakutuk, perfectly centered up there. Very, very unique and interesting design. You'll have to let me know, what was your favorite knife from today's video? Was it the Bakutuk? Was it the Pakal Karambit from Kubi? Was it the QSP Dolphin here? Was it the Geo 56? Or was it the Ramet Gravity Knife Leopard? That will be a very, very tough choice, and you'll have to let me know your choice down in the comments. Love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to my channel here and you enjoy knife and EDC content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe. I release daily videos just like this. I'm going to put a couple of new videos up on your screen that YouTube is recommending you go check out right now. Love you. Catch you on the next one.